Hi everyone, welcome to week 5 of your Pharmacy Career Planning 2 course. This week we are covering chapter 13 as well as preparing for our midterm exam. So if you are taking my Career Planning 1 course, you've already heard me talk about this, but I'm going to reiterate it for those who may not be taking that course concurrently with this one. Since this is the final or the midterm exam week, I want you to make sure that you cover the material in this chapter before you attempt the midterm, because this material will be included on the midterm. So that's the first thing I want to make sure to remind you of. The second thing is that I want you to go into the course itself and take a look around and see what have you maybe not turned in. What have you maybe not done so well on that you could maybe redo? Things like that. The only thing you can't do is discussion posts that are already closed. However, assignments and quizzes are still open, and you can still complete those and turn them in if for some reason you missed one or something like that. So take a few moments to look that over this week as well. And then go back and look at all of the previous chapters that we've covered since week 1, because those will be included on this week's midterm in addition to chapter 13. Now, chapter 13 is about veterinary pharmacy. So veterinary pharmacy is pharmacy for folks that are involved with veterinary medicine. So veterinary medicine is all about diagnosing, treating, and preventing disease in animals. So this is going to be everything about pharmacy within the veterinary setting. So this can happen in more than one manner. We obviously have our furry friends that are going to be treated by a vet, but where they actually get their medications can come in a variety of ways. So the first is, what are the drugs that these particular animals are going to be getting? So in many cases, they are human labeled. So human medications do have FDA approved labels that say they can be used for treating animals. Then there's also the veterinary medications that are only for use in animals. And then there's those extra labeled things, the drugs that are maybe not FDA approved. And then of course compounded medications, just like in humans. So where are you going to go to get a medication for your pet or for any type of animal? Because keep in mind, although most of us think of pets, our dogs, our cats, and so on. Veterinary medicine is not just for, those types of animals. It could be any kind of livestock, things like that. So where are we going to go to get that medication? Well, we could go to our local veterinary pharmacy. We could use a national mail order pharmacy. You may be going to the vet themselves. They may be doing it. You may also be going to a retail pharmacy. In some cases, a retail pharmacy will dispense the medication for a pet. There's, only certain things that they can do, but they can do it in a retail pharmacy as well. But this particular chapter is going to focus mainly on a veterinary pharmacy. So a pharmacy that is specific for, animals. Okay. So of course, just like any other pharmacy, we're going to have personnel. We're going to have our inventory. We're going to have our design and our equipment. But typically the veterinary pharmacy is going to be more like a mail order pharmacy. Obviously, Fido's not going to come up to the counter. So we don't have to worry about that. So the prescription filling process is very similar. The vet's going to write a prescription. It's going to be sent to the pharmacy. If it's off site, it's entered into the computer, screened, printed, filled, checked by the pharmacist, all of those types of things. So all of that is going to be very, very similar. We're going to be doing a lot of the same processes, calculating doses, preparing in either a sterile or a non-sterile environment, all of those types of things. Now, the things that you're probably going to find that are different are going to be dosage forms. We are going to have some that are similar, tablets and capsules, orals, injectables, things like that. But obviously, for animals, we're going to have to do some things that are a little bit different. So they give you some examples here, chewable treats, biscuits, things like that. Obviously, their flavors are going to be a little bit different. Personally, I would not want fish and chicken in my flavorings, but a kitty cat might prefer that, right? And so obviously every type of animal is going to have their own preferred flavor, that type of thing. So if you're interested in animals and you're still interested in pharmacy as well, this is a great option for those folks. So as you go through and read through this material this week, let me know if you have any questions, and have a great week.